All right, welcome everyone. My name is Barry Overton with the New Era Group at Your Castle Real Estate, and excited to bring you another edition of being able to just provide value to the community. We have a very special guest and a dear friend of mine, Mr. Larry Leverett with FES, Financial Education Services. We're going to be talking about credit today. Great opportunity for you to just get some information. Larry is actually an expert in this area, and he's going to give you some secrets in regards to things that you can do simply as a consumer. A lot of times we hear that we need to hire someone or we need to reach out to different organizations to continue to build or repair credit and things of that nature. And while that is a wise decision to work with people that have the know-how to be able to do those things, it's also good for you to know just some very simple things that you yourself can do to be able to establish better credit. So Larry, again, thank you for joining us today. I wanted to first just start out, if you want to just kind of give your background, just in business in general, and then tell us more about your background with FES.
Sure. Thank you, Barry. I want to give it back to you, and thank you for taking the time to invite me onto the show. I'm really excited to talk to consumers today and just share some educational information. My goal today is just to, share some information about financial literacy and helping consumers to understand how credit works, how money works, and to help them get back on track financially. So I'll share a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Larry Leverett, principal owner with Clear Choice Credit Restoration, LLC. My background is 25 years in corporate America, from being a regional vice president to a regional sales manager with large corporations. And, one of the things I found out is, I graduated from college, got a undergrad degree in business and marketing education. Completed my master's degree also in business and marketing education. But one thing I found out is that one thing that was not taught to me throughout all of my education was how money works and how credit works. Okay. I was very book smart on the theory of those different concepts, but I wasn't ever taught the true application of how to, restore my credit or to improve my financial profile. And I don't think that topic is ever really taught in schools across the country. And that's one of the things that, got me excited, as I learned about how money works and how credit works and how to improve my financial profile. I got started and I just wanted to help as many people as I could. Okay. I got started with this company, as you mentioned, FES, and another company that I partner with called United Credit Education Services. Got started just merely to help with my own personal credit. I got started about a year and a half ago. Started out with a 520 credit score, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Like I said, I was book smart, but I wasn't very wise when it came to my own personal finances. Made a lot of money over my corporate years. Being in corporate America, made a lot of money, but wasn't ever taught how to keep that money. Okay? I was actually taught how to make it and how to spend it, but I was never taught how to keep it. And that's one of my goals today, is to share with the audience is how to keep that money and how to improve your finances. So I started out with this program about a little over a year and a half ago with a 520 credit score, and within a matter of about 3 months, my credit score improved from a 520 to a 617. Okay, from a 520 to a 617 within 3 months. That got me excited, Barry. I got motivated, and I made it my mission to go out and help and share this opportunity and this program with as many people as I could. And today here, I'm helping hundreds of people across the U.S. take back control of their finances, and by leveraging the services that I've used and that I'd like to share with you all today. So that's kind of my story, my background. and how I actually improved my own financial profile by utilizing this program.
All right. And I definitely appreciate you sharing that. You know, again, I'm sure it's hard for most people to be able to kind of share, some troubled times that we may go through. But again, as you were sharing that, obviously there was, an amazing silver lining to it where you've been able to, with just in a year and a half time, I'm sure it's your credit score has grown significantly, but in a short period of time, how much it's grown, and that's great motivation to I'm sure a lot of folks that are watching this. Speaking of that, with the numbers, just I don't know if you know this or not, but how many people are affected by saying have negative credit, just within the U.S. per se?
Good question, Mary. So, in addition to my story, you're absolutely right. That was my short-term goal. That was my short-term success. But over the year and a half, my credit score has continued to improve tremendously. I am now in the 700 club. Thank you, because of just taking advantage of our consumer rights by leveraging the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay, which is a law that was established for consumers back in 1971, I believe. And some of the facts. I want to share some of the facts with you all right now. I want to share at least 5 shocking facts that most consumers don't know about finances. So the number one fact is, Americans are drowning in a total of $1.057 trillion in credit card debt as of March 2029. That's a source from thebalance.com. 56% of Americans, man, that's over half, 56% of Americans in the US don't have what is called a rainy day fund or an emergency fund that's set up, okay? 46% of baby boomers have less than $10,000 saved up for retirement. And that's a scary statistic to me, because when you look at our baby boomers and they're approaching retirement age, a lot of the baby boomers are having to go back to work. They've worked 40, 50 years of their life only to retire and end up going back to work and making less than they've ever made before. 40% of millennials have spent money that they don't keep up, that they don't have, just trying to keep up with their friends. And, the most astonishing or the most, critical statistic that really is baffling to me is 43 Americans, and this is to answer your question, 43 million Americans have a credit score of 599 or less. And this is a source coming from moneymsn.com. 43 million Americans. And I believe, Barry, that number is actually higher. I believe that it's closer to about 50 million. And as we come out of this health concern, this pandemic, that number will actually rise higher because we have so many people that are being displaced from their jobs, not able to pay their bills, not able to meet their monthly obligations. And because of that, their credit score and their financial profile is actually going to be negatively affected by this. So, statistics say right now, 43 million Americans have a credit score of 599 or less.
Yeah, that's a huge number, and it's great to see again that there's companies like yours that are trying to, the term that we've been hearing a lot is flatten the curve in regards to this COVID-19. Again, this is an area where, I'm sure the numbers will certainly go up in regards to the other areas of how COVID-19 affects people with, bankruptcies and foreclosures. And your company is, in essence, able to help flatten the curve of having those things have a negative effect on credit. So again, thank you, for what it is that you and your company are doing to assist other people with that. One thing I want to do before we go any further, I know that there's a lot of secrets out there that in the credit world you're aware of, but most the everyday consumer, the everyday person that that has credit may not be aware of a few very simple things that they can do to repair credit or to keep continue to build stronger credit. If you want to just share a couple of those with us.
Sure, sure. So, there's really no, I like to, when I'm talking and dealing with my clients, I like to tell them, establishing good credit history, it really takes time. When you look at the time that it took to negatively affect your credit, it takes even more time to establish a good credit history. Once again, there's really no shortcuts or tricks that you can take, but there are some credit secrets or some things that you can do. Okay, as a consumer, the first thing that I would always recommend to my clients is that by law, you are allowed at least one free credit report a year. Okay, you're always allowed one free credit report. So the first thing that I would do, that I always would recommend to my my clients is to get your free credit report. Start there. Okay, look at your credit report and always be aware of the items that are being reported to your credit report. Again, because of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, we as consumers, by law, it's our right. It's our right as consumers to be able to dispute any negative, any erroneous, any outdated, any any information that is not accurate on our credit report. Okay, it's by law we have the right to do that. Okay, as consumers, and it's because of that act that was passed by Congress. Any medical bills, any foreclosures, any late payments, charge-offs, bankruptcies, you name it. And I was in that boat. Okay, another part of my story was I had a bankruptcy. I made some very poor, financial decisions about 10 years ago. But I had a bankruptcy. I had a foreclosure. I had some charge-offs. I had some late payments. I had a tax lien on my credit. And because of the I've learned since being in this program and the right that we have as consumers, I've been able to again improve my credit score over time. Okay, so it's going to take time, but one of the things that I want to share with you is, order your free credit report. So start there so you know exactly what's on your credit. Okay. A couple of things that you also should know as consumers, you need to understand how your credit score is calculated, because that is where the education first starts. A lot of consumers don't understand how their FICO credit score is calculated. Okay, some think that it's this magic number, and like myself, before I was educated, I didn't know how it was, calculated either. There are actually five components on how your FICO score is calculated. I'll go over these real briefly and share a few tips with you as well. The first category is 35% of your FICO score is calculated on your payment history. Okay, it's just that simple, on your payment history, 35%. Lenders want to know how well or how responsible you are as a consumer in paying back the money. Okay, if they go out and loan you, money, they want to know how responsible are you as a consumer and how can they count on you to pay that money back. So 35% of your credit score is calculated on payment history. Always pay your bills on time. That is the biggest factor of how your credit score is calculated. Okay, always pay. If you can't pay on time, at least call those creditors and make payment arrangements with them. Okay, usually the creditors are willing to work with you if they know that you're at least trying to make an effort to pay that back. At least do that. The second category is 30% of your credit score is calculated on capacity and amount owed. What I mean by that is the percentage of credit limit versus your availability. So if you have a credit card, and this is one tip that I want to share with you if you have a credit card that has $1,000 limit on it, let's just say, keep the numbers easy here. If that credit card has $1,000 limit on it, you do not want to go over 30% of that limit, meaning you don't want to spend over 30% of that $1,000, which equals $300. Once you go over that $300, then your credit starts to be impacted negatively. A lot of consumers don't understand that. I was one of them. When I first got my first credit card out of college, it had a $100 limit on it. And I thought, wow, I got $100 to spend. I'm going to go right out and max this thing out. Little did I know, by doing that, that hurt my credit severely. Okay. So with this example, you want to stay with under that 30% capacity compared to your amount that's owed. Okay. That's the second way that your credit score is calculated. The third way is the length of credit. Here's another tip for you consumers out there. 15%, 15% of your credit score is calculated by the length of how long you've had those accounts open. So here's prime example. What I did was, once I got out of college and I got myself in some trouble the first time, okay, I was able to get a good job. I paid off a lot of my credit. But what I didn't understand is the length of credit, okay, the length of time that I had those credit accounts open. I should not have closed those. So what I want to recommend to you consumers is the longer length of credit, a positive reporting credit, that is, to those accounts, leave those accounts open. Don't go out and close those. Don't pay them off and then close them. You'd be better off by paying them down under that 30% utilization ratio, pay them down, but leave them open. Because again, a lot of creditors, they want to understand, how long have you had credit available to you? How long have you had credit extended to you? And if you go out and start closing those accounts, those long-term, those long-time positive reporting accounts, if you go out and start closing those, then what that raises the flag to lenders is that tells them that, this is a new buyer. They've not really been able to establish a long credit history, and they're probably not that well at managing accounts. So keep those accounts open. Just pay them down, or if you pay them off, leave them open. Okay, don't close them out. 15% of your credit score is based on that. And then the last two categories is 10% of how your credit score is calculated is based off of new inquiries, okay, new credit inquiries. Try to limit the number of accounts that you open each and every month. And what I mean by that is, don't go out and start opening up a large amount of new credit accounts. Okay, only open up as needed. I always, recommend to my clients, if you need to open up a new credit card, 1, 2 is okay to open up during the month, but don't go out and start opening up 5, 6, 7 credit cards accounts, because what that does is that raises another red flag to the creditors, and that you become, you look to them as if you're desperate for credit. Okay, so limit the amount of inquiries that comes across your credit profile. And then the last category, the other last 10% of how your credit score is calculated, is the types of credit. Lenders want to see, they want to understand, can you manage different types of credit accounts, like installment loans, which meaning those are like your home mortgage or your car payment, where you know each and every month exactly what that payment is going to be. They want to understand, can this consumer, if we lend them some money, can they manage installment loans? Can they manage revolving credit, such as credit cards? They want to see a good mixture on your credit profile and how well you're able to manage those before they lend money to you. So those are some tips. In reviewing this, always order your first year free credit report and start looking at what's on your credit profile, and then understand the 5 components of how your FICO score is actually calculated. Because once you understand how your FICO score is calculated, now you can manage each of those categories appropriately and understand, how to improve your credit profile, or the information, at least, that's on your credit profile. You'll understand how to, to manage that better. And then in turn, that gives you the better credit score.
All right, I think some great information in regards to just the tips for anyone that can kind of take those matters into their own hands to start rebuilding and establishing credit. But I do want to learn more in regards to FES and UCS in regards to what they have to offer to the consumer. So, what is the benefit for someone signing up as a consumer to get assistance with rebuilding credit?
Sure, sure. So I'll start with, who UCES is, and that stands for United Credit Education Services. This is the company that I have partnered with in terms of helping my clients build a positive credit profile. Okay, this company UCES, they've been around for quite some time now. They've been around since 2004. They were originally established then. They're one of the fastest growing companies in America. Okay, they've been around, like I said, for over 15, 16 years, helping consumers get back on track financially. Okay, they've been able to consistently return, every year debt-free company. They're a 501c3 company. Okay, and why I mention that and the importance of that is because they're able to do something that a lot of other credit repair companies aren't able to do because of that credibility. They're able to go in and help consumers dispute all of their negative items at once. And what you'll find out there sometimes is from some other companies is that they're only able to dispute 1, 2, 3 negative items on your credit report at once. Well, because of their 501c3 credibility, they're able to go in and on your behalf dispute any and all negative items at once. Okay, they've been around for 16 years and they're still operating out of Flint, Michigan, by the same key executives that when they started back in 2004. Why that's important to you? Because you want to make sure that you understand and that you're connected to a very stable company. The other thing about this company is that they have a very unique platform, so to speak, that they share with consumers. Okay, it's a very unique product, like no other product that's out there on the marketplace. Again, they utilize the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay, to help establish, help you identify and challenge those erroneous and inaccurate, obsolete items from your credit report. They teach you how to leverage your rights, okay? And that's one of the reasons why I went into partnership with them, is because they're not just a credit repair company. There are a lot of credit repair companies out there. Don't get me wrong, and some are very good at what they do. But this company has actually taken it a step further in that they're educating clients. Okay, they're not just repairing your credit and then not supplying you with any type of education. Remember earlier on, I mentioned that I was never taught this information in school, and I have a undergrad degree and an advanced master's degree, but I was never taught this information. So what this company does is they actually go a step and beyond, in that they educate our clients on how to not get back in the situation that they're in, not to get back into the financial rut or the negative aspect of that. So what UCES is, they offer a powerful subscription plan that really encompasses a lot of unique financial products and services. And they're designed, like I said, they're designed to support you, to support your financial opportunities, and they help you implement positive habits, and help you create a positive buying habit. There are actually 12 different products and services that encompasses this one subscription plan. And that's the thing that I really enjoy about the program since I've been on it. There's 12 different life-changing products bundled into one subscription. Okay, you as a consumer, you have a budgeting tool within this module. You have, you know, a credit restoration, which is the main product and service of this subscription plan. You have a credit builder. Okay, the budgeting, let me just back up. The budgeting, you're able to track your income, spending, and create a personalized budget. And how many of you know that that's important? You need to understand how to budget. You need to understand where your money is coming from before you can understand where it's going. So you need to create a budget. Credit restoration, they offer that. Credit builder, you have you can access your credit report in an easy to understand online format. One of the great services of this program is that you have an attorney. You have credit attorney that's available to you. In the case of those very difficult to remove inaccurate items, or if you're getting harassed by, you know, collection agencies or collection folks, you have credit attorneys on staff that are available to you. You also have credit monitoring. You can monitor your credit, and that's the most important thing to have, is because, again, you want to understand what items are on your credit report. You also have what is called a debt payoff program, where you're actually able to track your debt. This is a very you know, synchronized program where you enter in your amounts that's owed, the ratios. You can enter in the what do you call it, the interest rates into this program. And this program, instead of getting a debt consolidation program, this program will actually show you which items to pay off first based on the interest rates, based on the number of months that are left to pay on those debts. And they actually show you and lay out a program to help you pay off those debts. There's also what is called a financial lockbox. There's identity monitoring. Every 2 seconds, Barry, someone's identity is being compromised. I was one of those ones that had my identity compromised, a couple years ago, when Equifax had that big data breach. Okay, you know, but this program will allow you to have identity monitoring to help you protect against that. It also offers a net worth. You can discover your net worth and understand how much you're actually worth. Before this, I didn't know. I didn't understand how much my net worth was. I just knew that I had, you know, some money in savings. I had some money in you know, some assets with some stocks and bonds, and I knew that I had, you know, a life insurance policy, but I actually didn't understand what my net worth was. Well, with this subscription, you'll be able to understand what your net worth is. There's also a savings goal module with this program. There's a will and trust. And Barry, I got to tell you, with this offering to the subscription plan, this is unheard of. Okay, if you were to go to any you know, lawyer or any will and estate preparation lawyer, they would charge you at least, starting out, at least about $1,500 to develop and to put together a will and trust. Well, with this subscription plan, they will actually, this is an added value service to our clients. They would, you know, where you can express your desires for your handling of your affairs in the event that something may happen to you. Okay, so there's a will and trust that's available within this plan. And all of this is included in this subscription plan. This is not additional. A lot of these services, if you know, if you go to other companies that are out there, they're going to charge you an extra fee for these services. Well, with United Credit Education Services, this is all inclusive in the bundle and in the subscription plan that is available to our clients.
Right. And with that, the entire bundle there, what is that price per month for the subscription plan?
Absolutely. So the monthly investment to get your credit and your financial profile back on track is a one-time investment of $188. Okay, that includes your $89, your one-time setup fee of $89. Okay, or $99, excuse me, and then a monthly fee of $89 thereafter. The great thing about that is all of those 12 products and services are included within your $89 a month. Okay, there are no contracts. Okay, so immediately after you receive the results that you're looking for, you can withdraw from the program. There's no contracts that say you have to be in the program, a year, 2 years from now. But what I would recommend to my clients is that you at least participate in the program for at least 6 to 9 months. And the reason why I say that is because that's where I'm experiencing or hearing back from my clients that they've achieved their best results. Okay, you can achieve results after 45 to 90 days, but the best results that I'm hearing is that from my clients that have been in the program for 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, and then all of the other ancillary services that are available with the subscription plan, my clients are enjoying that. They're enjoying the budgeting tool. They're enjoying the savings tool. They're enjoying the debt payoff tool. They're enjoying the credit attorney tool, not just the credit restoration tool. So these programs or these services, again, are designed to help our clients to, over a long period of time, resolve and get back on track financially.
And I want to just kind of close this out with you briefly sharing a little information in regards to an income or business opportunity for others. This is something I usually don't do on any of my videos, but because of the times that we're in right now, I just see through my Facebook feed and talking to people that, again, our unemployment rate has hit the numbers that we were in the 1920s during the Great Depression. So many of us in our lifetime have never seen anything like what we're currently experiencing through unemployment right now. But yet and still, I've learned and understood that we live in a particular time of the digital age, the gig age, of where we as individuals have more power and ability to be able to start our own businesses or create additional income in a way that we've never been able to do out in the history of the country, history of the world. So if you want to just briefly touch on some of the opportunity that comes with FES.
Sure, absolutely. So, I shared earlier kind of my story. I shared, the results, the success that I had after enrolling in the program myself. So there's two schools of thoughts here, Barry, and I just want to make sure that the consumers out there understand. United Credit Education Services is the arm of the company that actually offers the products and services that actually helps consumers get back on track, that actually does the credit restoration portion of it. They are the 501c3 corporation or division of the company. There's also this other side of the company called Financial Education Services. They are the marketing arm, the sales arm, the arm of the company that actually allows allows you to build a business, allows you to build a franchise. Okay. And that's what got me excited. Once I saw my results and what I got from being in the program, again, I got really excited. I said, man, I've got to share this. I've got to go out and help as many people as I can. How can I do that? That was the question that I asked myself. Now that I've experienced what I've experienced, I want others to experience this too. And how can I go about that? Well, there is an option, which is becoming an agent, a credit referral agent for financial education services. This company will allow you to become a credit referring agent and go out and help folks do just what I did by leveraging those services, by leveraging your rights as a consumer. They allowed me to come on board with them as a referring credit agent. With that, I've been able to help hundreds of consumers, help bring on hundreds of new agents. I have agencies across this country, okay? It's not limited just to your geographical area, but you can take this and offer agencies to folks all across the country. I have agencies in California. I have agencies in Arizona. I have agencies here in Colorado. I have agencies in Chicago, Illinois. I have agencies all across the country where I'm actually building a team. Okay, and I'm sure you're aware of how this works, Barry. Just in real estate, would you rather be the real estate agent or would you rather be the real estate broker?
Obviously,
So
the broker, because you have multiple
exactly.
agents under you.
Exactly. And that's the same concept that this company has afforded me the opportunity, is to be basically a referring agent broker, where I'm able to build a team, build a strong network, offer them support, training, all the tools that they need to be successful in building agencies and expanding that opportunity to others that want to become a referring agent. For my efforts, okay, for my efforts, I'm able to earn, there's 8 different ways where I'm earning income, and I'm doing it from home. I'm doing it right here from the comfort of my office during this times of the health concerns out there. To your point earlier, a lot of folks are not able to earn income right now. They've lost their jobs. They've lost all of their income. Well, here's an opportunity that was afforded to me through this company, where I can build my agency right here from the comfort of my home. I'm not limited to geographical boundaries. I'm not limited to the amount of income that I can bring in. I do this part-time right now, okay, as a supplement to my normal income. But the success that I've had over the last year and a half is shortly here. I'm going to be able to replace my full-time income, just by doing this, what I'm doing. So, I earn income from helping build a network. I earn income from sharing this opportunity with others that become a referring agent as well. Every time that I do that, I'm compensated, by the company. Also, as the agents that I bring on and the agents that they bring on, and refer the products and services to different customers, because I have provided training, support, all the tools that they need to be successful, I'm also compensated on what those agents and their success, how they, come on board. There's also different bonuses throughout the month that are paid out to our agents. There's an affinity bonus. There's a generational bonus, so to speak. And I won't go into all the numbers, but I just want to basically share with you the opportunity of earning an extra income with this company. There's also incentives. There is a car allowance that is paid out. There's a home allowance. Just imagine this: the company is going to pay your mortgage, okay? They're going to pay for you to drive a car financed by them, okay? They're going to take care of that for you. They're also going to give you a monthly bonus on top of that, okay, for those top performers. Now, of course, you have to qualify, but for those top performers, those are the type of incentives that are available for our top agents. Also, there are what we call retirement relaxation bonuses as well, where they're going to give you, by hitting certain levels, you're able to qualify for, monthly bonuses, monthly retirement bonuses, incentive trips, all kinds of very, exciting things. And so, I just kind of want to give you a bird's eye view. I don't want to go into all of the numbers and all of that stuff. I don't want to confuse anybody, but mainly I just want to share that this opportunity is available to you. Okay, an opportunity for you to not only earn income, but earn residual incomes as well. A lot of folks are, they work on a linear basis when it comes to earning income, meaning that you're only paid off of your efforts and what you do. Okay, if you don't work, you don't earn. You got to go to work, get paid. You got to go to work, get paid. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid. Well, with this opportunity, it's totally the opposite. You create an opportunity for yourself one time, but you get paid over and over and over and over for the work that you did, and for helping a team reach certain levels, you're also getting paid over and over and over for the opportunity that your team produces as a group. So wonderful opportunity. I would definitely recommend it for anyone who is looking for a change. You want something to do in your part-time, spare time. But this has definitely been very beneficial for me and my family. And I would definitely recommend it for anyone who is an entrepreneur, anyone who's looking for an opportunity to do something in their spare or their part-time. And believe it or not, this has not interfered with anything that I have currently going on. Okay, and that's the beauty about it, because I can do it from home, I can do it from anywhere.
All right, Larry, I want to again just thank you for taking the time to share in regards to credit and the opportunity. Any of you that are on this video, if you have questions for Larry, want to learn more about some of the secrets, some of the tips that you can do yourself to start rebuilding your credit, or you want to learn more about FES or UCES and how you can in essence, hire them to be able to assist you with those credit concerns. Larry's information is at the end of this video, so definitely reach out to him and find out more about how you can get the assistance from their company, or if the business opportunity is something that makes sense to you and you want to learn more about. Definitely, please reach out to Larry in regards to that. Again, my name is Barry Overton with the New Era Group at Your Castle Real Estate. I hope this is information that you find valuable in order to be able to build your credit and then move on forward to that dream of home ownership, which has always been a huge goal for me, is to have more people that are experiencing, number one, home ownership, and then also investing in real estate. We give great advice to you in regards to that. That'll be in another episode. But once again, Larry, we appreciate your time, and thanks for coming on, and we will see all of you the next go around.
Thank you for having me, Barry. I appreciate the time.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.